Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Good morning. It depends where you guys are watching us from. This is again Coach Janine with Umoja Global Network. I'm very excited again to be here and also to be with my co-host and our special guest who there's no right name or there's no right moment to introduce her because she's been blessing us from day one. Dr. Lovella, how are you, ladies?
Good, good.
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. We keep, you know, pushing day 11 today. So I'm so excited again because I know we're going to receive fresh nuggets. And then we are so blessed to have Dr. Lovella with us from day one. And I hope all of you are also taking notes and you are also coming to the conclusion that this is what you really needed, like us. So we are so excited to be here with you guys. Now, I really want to also give an opportunity for those who have questions, maybe because you didn't have enough time, but make sure that you put in the chat so we can be able to follow up with you after. Or I hope that you've been listening to the replay as well, because this is really what we want people to really getting all the nuggets. And if you haven't purchased your book, please do so we can be able so you can be able to catch up with us because again this is only the few nuggets we're giving, but if you want to go more in depth, please contact Dr. Lovera or myself or Coach Tina. We can be able to direct you to the right link so you can be able to purchase your book, okay? Because at the end of the this class or this 21 days, we're going to celebrate you. So we really want you to be on board, to have your book with you so we can be able to celebrate you and having your feedback, see how, the Lord has been blessing you through this book and to be able to see how you can be able to continue this journey with Dr. Lovella because she has many things, coming up. So we want you to be part of it as well. Okay, so take it away, Coach Tina. You can be able to summarize and give us what we had some lesson from yesterday.
Oh, I remember the part about the self care and how do we
Mm-hmm.
actually incorporate that in our lives. So she asked on yesterday for those that was on live to put it in the chat about what they do for self care. So we can actually continue like on that as far if everybody's listening, if they can put it in the chat also about what they have learned, what they do for self care, and how they incorporate that in their lives. So
That
how
is a good
important self
one.
care is.
Thank you, Coach Tina.
Mhm.
Dr. Lovella, take it away.
Thank you so much for that, Coach Tina. Yet it is important for us to implement self-care, and sometimes
Mhm.
we might also have a regimen, for self-care, and some are more disciplined in that area than some. And I tell you, I truly respect them because they're so disciplined in that area
Mhm.
where they're disciplined to the point where they monitor their foods to their food and even to the um, when I said products that they use on their skin or in their
Mhm.
hair because they're taking up care of themselves from the inside out. And some also go as far as I know I have one, she's very mindful about what she listens to or what she entertains in a sense of what coming through her air gates as she is evolving and making the
Mhm.
necessary change. And so because at that point she said, why take the time to build up and then allow society or societal experiences to come and tear down what she just built up. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. And so with that, today we're going to talk a little bit about the essence of being a Black woman. Since we are on the mark of Juneteenth weekend, excited
Mhm.
about that. And for those
Yes,
that, again, I think this Father's Day weekend as well. So we're going to talk
Yeah.
about the essence of being a Black woman. And thank you so much for tapping into self care. We discussed on yesterday nurturing who you are as a woman. And again, for those that was wondering why writing this book or why write this book about the confessions of a Black woman, it is a powerful testament to the resilience again of your strength, your beauty as a Black woman. This book offers intimate and unfiltered insights into your multifaceted experience, encouraging you to reclaim your narrative and celebrate your heritage. It also reminds you that your story matters and your voice deserves to be heard. So, again, we're talking about the essence of a Black woman. I'm excited about this chapter. This is chapter 9. For those that have the book, you can follow along with the book. And for those, again, if you don't have it, you can buy the book via Amazon. You can buy the book via
Mhm.
Amazon, or if you would like the ebook, put gladly put the link in the chat so you can be able to purchase it and download the book. And so, in this chapter, we dive into the essence of your being. We've been talking about doing the work, challenging, contending or going against the obstacle, evolving, transcending, transformation, reconciliation, healing. And we're talking about the mind, we talk about the heart, we talk about the soul. But when we talk about the essence of a woman, is dealing with the core essence of her being, essence of your being. So we will dive, and we've been doing that. Each day we've been going deeper and deeper. Some days it's like a chisel, the other days it's like a hammer,
Yeah.
but we've been going deeper
Yes.
into our souls, into our spirits. And so we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the essence of what it means to be a Black woman. We've been talking about the confessions of a Black woman, but today we're talking about what it means to be a Black woman, a journey of self-discovery. And then you'll also find you'll tap into your resilience. We'll talk about the celebration portion of it, of your unique identity, of your unique identity. We will explore the multifaceted layers. We've been talking about that. Layers of your being. Each one is an added depth. Okay. Each layer of you is an added depth. Okay. It deals with the richness of the tapestry of your very existence. Each
Mhm.
layer,
Mm.
each
Yes.
cut of you, at each dimension, just like a diamond, each dimension of you deals with a depth of your
Mhm.
essence. And each cut, each dimension has a depth, or it is rich and it has added richness to it. And each cut, each part of you, each dimension of you deals or speak of the tapestry, not only of your existence, but it also speaks of your ancestors, where you're from, and then also where you're going. Okay, also where you're
Mhm.
going. So as a Black woman, we carry within us the legacy of our ancestors. Okay, so that's why for some of them you will never, you probably haven't met your grandma, or probably you remember her when you was little, but someone will say, why you act just like Auntie Mary, why you act, and you're like, I don't even know her. For some it's like, I don't know her. Her is very little, but because it's in the genes, your personality, your character, your persona of who you are, or what you carry within you is the legacy of your ancestors. You're carrying their strength, you're carrying
Mm.
their wisdom, you're carrying their resilience, you're coursing through it is coursing through the veins through your veins. And as you're going through life, you are carrying the weight of the responsibility of carrying yet your ancestors into your future. But again, just reminding you, you're carrying their strength, you're carrying their wisdom, their resilience, and it's coursing through your vein. It speaks loudly through your DNA.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, it speaks louder through your DNA. So we are the embodiment of centuries. Ooh. We are
Mhm.
the embodiment of centuries of triumph, struggles,
Mhm.
victories, setbacks, resilience,
Mhm.
and resistance. Okay,
Yeah.
we carry that the embodiment in our veins, in our blood, in our thought process. That's why we know how to fight. No one probably taught you how to fight, but it's in you to fight because it runs through your vein. Okay,
Yes.
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 our stories are
That's right.
woven, oh my God, from
Yes.
melanin skin, oh my God, and it
Mm.
goes
Yes.
into the fabric of your history. Okay, it
Yes.
shapes
Mhm.
your world, your worldview, the way you think, the way you execute, the way you implement.
Amen.
It shapes your worldview. It shapes your world in profound and enduring ways.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay, so at the core of you, there is the soul of you, the core of you, or the essence of your being lies an unapologetic, authentic, yet unwavering commitment to the true you. That's why it's good and to honor yourself, honor your insistence, honor your foreparents, honor, because it's through them that you live. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so through your experience, learn to, again, we're learning to be gratitude, or be have more gratitude, be more appreciative. But through these sessions, daily sessions, we're learning how to honor ourselves. Okay, so we refuse to conform to societal narrow expectations of who we are. You're not going to tell me who I am. I know who I am. Yes, your education might have helped me, shaped me. Yes, experience of life help yet shape me. But will I conform yet bow? No, I will rise. I will rise above, and I will rise strong, and I will exist, and I will thrive on my own terms. Can you say that today?
Yes.
Can you say that today? And at the point, I was going to stop here, and then Coach Tina, Janine, do you have anything to add here?
You can go, Coach Tina.
No, we can't hear you.
We can hear you. Mute yourself.
Yeah. So we're talking about the different layers. Like we
Okay.
all guys, we all got a little stack that we got to go through. And different layers how we have to
Okay.
show ourselves esteem, like what we have we have going for ourselves, or what we got, what we're going to bring to the table, or what's in
Mm,
us, and it comes out from all our
mm,
life
mm,
experiences. So
mm-hmm.
we just
Yeah,
feeding.
thank you so
uh
much. Is what we bring.
yeah, you go ahead.
Mm-hmm. What we bring to the table. What we bring to the
Yeah.
table. Um, and that's why some women will not stand down, and they will not compromise, because they know who they are. They know what they have. They know what they possess, and they know what they bring
Right.
to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They know
They
what they
know the
bring to the
value.
table.
They know the
Okay.
value.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much for that. And so our essence is rooted in our ability to rise above adversity, overcome
Mm-hmm.
obstacles, and preserve in the face of adversity. We carry within us the spirit of our foremothers, who faced unimaginable challenges with grace, dignity, and strength. Okay. We embrace our natural hair, our
Mm-hmm.
curves, our imperfections, knowing that true beauty lies in embracing our uniqueness and celebrating our authentic self. It is
Mm-hmm.
in our embodiment of our beauty in all its form that our melanin rich skin glowing with radiance, and our features sculpt in centuries
Yeah.
ancestry and heritage.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
So we uplift and support each other. We should not only build a sisterhood, but we should uplift and support each other, sharing our joys, sorrows,
Yes.
triumph, and tribulation. So in each
Mm-hmm.
other, we find strength, inspiration, and empowerment.
Amen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this
So
is
as a
what
black
we're
woman,
doing. Me, Coach Tina, and Dr. Lovella, we've been doing the sisterhood and supporting one another, because this is what, we call to do. This is uh being a servant leader. Yeah, I just wanted to add that. Sorry, Dr. Lovella.
no, you're fine. You're fine. And building a community, building a collaborative effort,
Right.
building a community.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the community or a collaborative effort like it's doing, it builds bonds of solidarity. It also builds kingship and queenship. It
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
also unites yet the community. Okay. And as we come together bonding, we uplift and support one another, sharing our joys and support, even in our sorrows and our lowest point, through
Mm-hmm.
triumphs and tribulation. And it's in each um, other, and when we look to each other, we find
Mm-hmm.
strength, inspiration, and empowerment.
Yes.
So with that, be mindful of time. Just have Any questions? I have a couple, well, like two questions, whatever. Do you have any questions? Or before I do the recap, or something you want to talk about before we do the questions to the recap?
No, I
Mm-mm.
don't have no
No, no,
question.
no, no, not really.
Okay. Okay. So
Let's
I'll go
just keep
over
going.
about two key
Let's keep
points.
going.
In our key points, okay, all right. And our key points, we'll talk about legacy and ancestry. Our legacy shapes our identity. So if you don't know who you are, how can you build yet your legacy?
Mm-hmm.
Your
That's
legacy
right.
shapes your identity and it influences your journey. Because a lot of us are trying to establish legacy without identity.
Mm-hmm.
Again, once more, your legacy shapes your identity and influence your journey, which means because a
Yes.
lot of us are working hard to be an influencer,
Mm-hmm.
but your legacy shapes your identity. And the more you know who you are, your
Mm-hmm.
influence, okay, will direct the journey, not the other way around. Being an, if you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to learn to be an influencer, and people will be able to hear, know who you are, and you tap into the core, the essence of you. Wherever you go, you will be the light, you will be the beacon, you will be the influencer, you will be the one that impacts, okay, lives. So the resilience and perseverance of who you are, drawing inspiration from your foremothers who faced and overcame significant obstacle is the best advice, inspiration, and motivation that you could get besides your sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing inspiration from your foremothers, from your
Mm-hmm.
auntie in there,
Mm-hmm.
Miss
Mm-hmm.
Mary down the street, you know. And so
Yeah.
again, learning to celebrate our beauty,
Mm-hmm.
embracing natural beauty, embracing natural beauty, including melanin rich skin and unique features. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And have a self-determination, have self-determination about you, which means we are the architects of our destiny.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Yes.
the architects of our destiny. And we are
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
author of one story. So we are
Yes.
the architect of our destiny and we are the author of our story. So that's why when things happen and they shut you down and you don't speak, you will not be able to, storytell or share your testament. But we are the
Right.
architects, okay? As we are building, and then in order for we are the blueprint. Because in order for you to build, someone had to sketch out the blueprint, and then from
Mm-hmm.
there
Yeah.
you had the architect and the engineer, and then from there, so you are the architect, you are the blueprint, okay. And then again, we're the authors of our story, and as we live our life being the author of our story, we reclaim our power, we reclaim our narrative,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also shape our future. We shape our future and we align with personal hopes and dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Personal hopes, dreams. Okay. And so
Mm-hmm.
recognize possibilities and opportunities is when we recognize the potential to transcend boundaries and defy societal expectations, then we will inherit worth, we will inherit our power, and we will move with sufficiency, not insufficiency, but we will move with sufficiency within.
Amen.
Yes.
Okay.
Amen.
I have two questions. Anybody, the coaching, you have anything to say at this point or
No,
add?
no, no, keep going.
Yeah. I was gonna say something about the blueprint. We are our own blueprint and how important that
Okay.
is because we get to decide how we're gonna walk this life out, how we're gonna walk this thing out, whether it's in business and life, whatever it is. We are in control of what our destiny holds or where we're going if we just choose to.
So again, we were trained and programmed to look without when in reality we should look within.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because if we're the
Mm-hmm.
blueprint, so all we had
Mm-hmm.
to do is be still be quiet, and then pray, of course, to the Creator while being still, because
Mhm.
we are the architect. Well, I'll put it this way: all things come from, besides God speaking it into existence, but humanity comes from the womb of the woman. So therefore,
Mhm.
we are the architect at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, the man will build, but it's us, and that not only support, but we will birth forth what he's
Mhm.
carrying. He'll have
Mhm.
the
The vision.
vision, but we'll help him birth forth what he's carrying. So then,
Mhm.
when he's speaking it into this existence by declaration, here we come. We're helping him. We're pushing him. Okay, we're speaking. We're in agreement, and now we're birthing forth. So we are the architect of the
Mm.
vision, and we are the author of our story. So thank you so much for piggyback on that, and in a sense of reminding us of who we are. So, in what
Mhm.
ways can we celebrate our natural beauty and embrace our unique features? Okay, we can celebrate our natural beauty by embracing our melanin rich skin, natural
Come
hair,
on.
and unique
Yes.
features.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes.
Acknowledging and appreciating our individuality and our authentic helps reinforce a
Yes.
positive self image, self worth.
Mhm.
Mm.
This is so
And how
good
can we
that you
reclaim
mentioned
our
that.
power?
Yeah, I said this is so good that you mentioned that, Dr. Novella, because many of us, specifically, I don't know if you know this, but this is a big issue in the motherland, in a continent, because of self-hatred, because of, because we don't love ourselves to really embrace who we are, embrace the melanin. There's so many, unfortunate, there's so many women, they're bleaching the skin, and that to me it's a big issue. And I always tell my friend and my family, I said, I wish I was running for president or just being in the power, because that would have been the first thing I banned the whole country, because it's a big,
Mhm.
multi-million dollars business for, for French or, for other countries. But it's really, really, really a big, it's really, I mean, to me, that it is showing many, many generation of women. I mean, we are just not talking about bleaching the skin, but also many women, they cannot go out, without wearing a wig or like I mean, just, and that's how people, they're not even saving anymore, because those products, that it became almost like they really accustomed to this pressure as women. And I
Mhm.
see, generation after generation really passing on, the same thing, they're dealing with the same thing. So it really breaks my heart, but I always joke and say, if I was in politics, that would be the first thing I would bend, because it's just not okay. We need to love ourselves and accept our skin, our melanin skin.
Thank you so much. Again, that's due to programming. I know that's going to be a
Yes,
strong word. That's due to
yes.
programming. And even the bleaching of skin is going down to the Caribbean. So when I
Mhm.
said programming, because I remember growing up, they will
Mm,
come and they'll touch my nose and they will say, well, you have white people nose. I'm like, white people nose. What does that mean? Again,
mm,
um, teaching us to disconnect from ourselves by telling us
right.
that our body parts belongs to another. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
So, and it's only until my teenage years, then I realized that my great grandmother on my mother's side is Portugal. But at that point, it wasn't. It was I. They didn't teach me to embrace my melanin.
mm,
I
Mhm.
rejected my melanin because you see what I'm saying? So now I could appreciate my melanin. So the and then because we were trained to turn against our own,
mm,
Mhm.
programmed to turn against our own. So
yes.
even if you're beautiful, it's only now it's through maturity and one being healed that a woman could look at another woman and say, "You are a beautiful woman,"
Yeah.
without taking it offensive or sexual. It's like, "Oh, you're a beautiful woman." Back then, when if you're growing up because you're beautiful, they'll try to scratch your face or do something to literally break you down,
Mm,
and because jealousy was speaking, or was speaking louder than the conscious mind. So how can we we, and I'm so glad you went there, because how can we, if we don't embrace ourselves, how can we expect him, our mate, to embrace who we are?
Right.
If you don't embrace yourself, how can we expect the world to accept, embrace ourselves? Because we are going to be in some spaces where they will find a problem with you. Either you're too strong or you're too this. I'm talking about personality wise. And so if you're not confident, and some spaces cannot, they want you to be confident, but they want you to be confident where you still they could still control the narrative. And once they can control the narrative, then it's a problem. So how can we embrace our melanin, or embrace who we are in totality, if we are rejecting ourselves? And the thing about it is, once we self reject ourselves, then we will not be able to embrace ourselves when it comes to us being anointed and gifted, and moving in the things of God. Why? We will continue to self sabotage ourselves. We will embrace it instead of we are anointed and God has given me, He has
Mhm.
gifted me. But when it comes to you know what, you want to know when it shows up? Come execution time.
Yes.
When
Mm-hmm.
it's time for you to build. You don't
Yes.
mind helping somebody else. You could help somebody else. You could contribute to somebody else. You could help somebody else.
Mm.
But when it's time for you to build, that's where the insecurity shows up. The
Yes.
limited mindset shows up. Doubt shows up. Fear shows
Mm.
up. Insecurity shows up. That's when it shows up. When you yourself have to build, and you have to showcase your blueprint,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
showcase your vision. That's where it shows up.
Mm-hmm.
The insufficiency. Mhm. Not insufficiencies, I'm sorry, the insecurities shows up. Mhm. So we truly have to work, really work on ourselves, truly have to work on our mental capacity. So what does it mean to recognize the potential of endless possibilities within ourselves? Recognizing endless possibilities means understanding that we have the capacity to transcend limitations and achieve our goals. Mhm. It involves believing in our inherent worth, believing in our power, believing in our potential to make a significant impact on in the world. Period. One last one.
Mm-hmm.
How does
Mhm.
legacy of our ancestors influence our identity as a Black woman? Our legacy of our ancestors provide a foundation of strength. And hear this again.
Yes.
Keyword ancestors. It's
Mm.
only religion. In religion, they disconnect you from your ancestors, but they will connect you to Apostle Paul. Everybody want to be Apostle Paul.
Right.
Everybody want to be Apostle. Everybody
Yeah.
want to be this, but they will.
Mhm.
It's causing you to disconnect yourself from the identity of you, but you will cling to a biblical character. I've
Mhm.
never seen so much madness in my life. Yes, I said it. It will disconnect you from you.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It will disconnect from you. I had this conversation earlier, and I said, I'm a Caribbean woman, I'm an island woman. And I said, and I had to realize that dealing with a ministry was causing me to disconnect
Mhm.
myself from who I am. I'm first and foremost a Caribbean woman. At the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, when the obituary is read, sunrise and sunset. But when they ask you who is she and who is she from or whatever, I thought about that the other day, and it grieved me. When I said it grieved me, because I said I don't want to be known as just apostle or just a leader, such and such and such and such. I want them to be able to say, I know her. I know the essence of her being, and
Yes.
talk about me
Mm-hmm.
way. I can't stop them from tying into a title, but
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be able to talk about me per se. And that really grieved me. And I said, if they were not they supposed to come, I really don't want them to, associate me to a title. And she did this and she. I want. I would love for my family to hear oh, she was silly, or she'll have you laughing. Oh, she loved it. Stuff on that level. So when I said that to say this, how true are we to show our truest self to others, besides the role that we occupy, roles
Mm-hmm.
in ministry, roles in business? How true are we to ourselves for people to be able to see and
Yes.
know who you are?
Mhm.
In your nakedness. everybody, you can't share your nakedness. I get it. I
Right.
understand. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, do people know you? Do they know you?
Mhm.
Some people, and of course, you'll have those that's been with you, connected to you for years, and they still, even though you have broke bread with them, a lot of them still don't know you.
Yep.
Right.
It'll
True.
take a complete stranger to take time to know you. So,
Hmm.
is it their fault that you don't know you? Is it because you don't want them to know you? You don't want them to be into you, intimacy into you? What is it that you don't want them to know? I know wisdom plays a big part in it, but
Hmm.
then we pick and choose when to be transparent. We pick and choose when to share, you know, ourselves. And just doing a recap, my whole time we do a recap for tonight is that embracing the essence of you or essence of being a black woman involves recognizing the legacy of your ancestors, valuing your authenticity, celebrating your resilience and your the beauty. My girls, they cut their hair. They've been having natural hair for years now, beautiful hair, and then they'll just turn around and wear wigs. I said, "Why cut your hair and turn around and wear a wig?" Well, I like the ability that I could rock it one way and rock it one. I said, "You know, you sure right." And I said, "But with the culture I grew up in, once we're natural, we're natural."
Hmm.
But this
Yeah.
culture is different. You
Yes.
Yeah.
say this culture is
Mhm.
different, and
Versatile.
so everybody
Hmm.
is, and so we have to be open. And I had to have that conversation with my son because now he's growing locks. I say, hey, you can't have everybody in your here. You can't have them Delilahs or whatever. He just be laughing at me. I said, no, no, I'm serious. I said, back home we take this seriously. This is your crown. Your tread
Hmm.
is your crown. Not you. I said, this crown. And so even for us in women, natural women, we're not dealing with our beauty and our hair. It's our crown.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It's our crown. So how do we look and how do we view ourselves? How do we represent ourselves as the essence of a black woman? And how do we express ourselves as the essence of a black woman? So don't forget to foster yet sisterhoods, bonding with your sisters, your community, loved ones, reclaiming yet who we are as black women. Also share your story, shaping a future of endless possibilities. And
Mhm.
so this chapter 9, it teaches, it instills in you while digging deep into the essence of you, that to know yourself wholeheartedly, knowing that you are a powerful woman, worthy, and you are enough.
Mhm.
You
Yes,
are enough.
that's
I'm gonna turn it
right.
over to you, Coach Tina. Turn over to you, Coach. Indeed. Mhm.
That's powerful. We are
And that was
enough.
it for
I
me.
hope you were listening. I hope you were
Mhm.
listening to Dr. Lovella
Yes.
tonight, and you know that you are enough, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what, who is not telling you what, but regardless of anybody who, you don't need the confirmation to know that you are enough. So I hope that you've been listening and you can be able to carry on from from day on. Today you know who you are and you know that you are enough. So carry on, and knowing each time you stand up, you definitely make sure that you don't forget that, because that's really your crown, and you need to be able to acknowledge that and embrace that. That was awesome. Christina, do you have any last words?
Yeah, I was gonna just talk about, because as I made history as the first black woman as city council, not just black woman, black person, period, as city council at
Yes.
large. And
Mhm.
so the melanin in my skin is not norm to be in that position. And
Yes.
and I was thinking to myself, look at God. But I mean, I was thinking about, we have to start thinking that, because I was a black woman or a black person, period, that I could not hold that position because
Mhm.
nobody's ever done it before.
Mm,
Right.
But then I
Mm.
was able to
okay.
pierce that shield, and able to get to be elected. And I've been elected, and people that I've talked to someone today, and he was saying, I don't know you, but I've heard about you. And I'm
Ooh,
thinking to
yes.
myself, Well, look, I'm in
Mm,
rooms I don't even know I'm in. I'm getting talked about that
Amen.
I don't even
Yeah.
know I'm being talked about. And
yeah.
it's not just by my own, it's
Yeah.
by others. So I mean,
Mhm.
it's like you just have to step into it and just take it and know that who you are and
Mm,
what you offer and come for it. So I mean, just give what you got, what God gave you, and
Yeah.
give it to His people.
That's
good. That's good.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
rich. That's good. Thank you so much for that. So that you're
Yeah.
occupying that space. hmm
Hmm.
Oh, that's good. First black woman. You created history
Yeah.
in
yes.
your bloodline
Yeah.
as well.
Amen.
For as my no, I have a
Mm,
cousin that was first black man that was
Mm.
actually selected to the city council many years ago. But yes, I was.
mm,
I'm not. I'm the first black in that position at large, woman or man. So, but then I'm the
mm,
first black woman in that position
mm,
as well.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and the
mm.
Ooh,
second black
thank you
woman
for
on council
creating that
though.
Okay,
legacy.
okay.
Mm. Thank you for
Hmm.
creating that because you really encouraging many people of color, but also specifically the young women who are coming
Yeah,
after you. You
yeah,
encouraging and men, but
yeah,
specifically young women's. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Step into your.
Mm,
I don't know if this is my destiny, but this is something I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
So, and helping
Amen.
people like servant leader, that's servant leadership as well. Like
Hmm.
to actually help the people here in my city. So I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still in that role of servant leadership, but just a different different role.
Mm. You're bringing solution to the city,
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
state. You know.
Hmm.
Awesome. We're so
Yeah.
proud of you, Coach Tina. So proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
mm, mm. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Congratulations again.
Oh,
hmm
thank
So, what would be your words to one that's thinking about running for politics? What would be your words of encouragement?
to actually search inside and see if you can stand the storm because when you step in politics, it's a storm. So you got to be strong. You can't let everything that you surround you or everything people say, even about our hair type. I'm a city council with with locks. That's not normal either, but here I am. So you got to learn. You got to love everything about you and not let anybody else get in your ear telling you you're
About
not
you.
worthy enough. That's not for you. That's not where you need to go. You need to figure that out yourself.
That's
Where
good.
you need to go. Where you need to step in. What you need to step into. Because only you know.
Hmm.
Everybody have opinions and ideals, but it's really
That's
you. It's up to you.
that's good.
Hmm.
That's good. That's good. Okay,
Hmm.
that's good.
Hmm.
Good encouraging women. Okay, Coach Janine,
No,
you want to
I think
close
I'm
out?
good. No, you definitely you are the one who's gonna close us up. So any last words so we can meet
Okay.
everybody tomorrow, but definitely you are the one gonna give us the last words.
Okay. Yes, and don't forget on the 22nd day we are celebrating with Bolder Women. So again, bring your questions. I encourage you to write down your questions, even what you would like to talk about as a woman, embracing your womanhood, the things that you have gone through as a woman, transitioning from one phase to the next, as you are learning yourself and embracing yourself. So again, come with your questions, come with your food and your drinks, your fruits, your notebook, especially your notebook, and also the book. Grab your copy. And so I can't wait. I'm excited about that segment. And for those that's listening to the replay, type hashtag replay. And for those for that this session has impacted you in a way, just type a one. Type a one so we know, yes, this is speaking to me. And thank you for those that have been leaving their comments in the comment sections. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, your testament. So when for those that goes back and watch the replay, they will be able to not only listen but also read the comments. And now they are encouraged to leave their comments. for somebody else. So thank you so much for being a part. Thank you for your investment of time, and thank you for the essence of your spirit, and thank you for the essence of your soul. You have allowed us to go into the depths of your heart, your mind, and your soul and your spirit as we are sharing in this 21 days. So tomorrow is day 12. And so we're excited about that. We are counting down the days, y'all.
Yeah.
Counting down the
Yeah.
days. So we're excited.
Yes,
We are excited. Thank you so much for joining us and for your investment of time.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Lovella. Thank you,
Yeah.
Coach Tina. Thank you, all the wonderful ladies been with us from day one. We really thank God for your life, because I know that God is changing us through all this teaching and mentorship. So we definitely grateful for the woman of God who is pouring into us every day. So I'm really hoping that many of you really are taking this advantage to be able to grasp and really, be open, be like a sponge, because we definitely know that at the end we can be able to hear this wonderful feedback and testimony, because we know that definitely you won't be the same the way you came. You won't definitely be the same, because your life is going to change through all this transformation we are experiencing right now. I believe I am. Coach Tina, I'm sure she does too, and many of you guys. So please continue to be with us tomorrow at 7 p.m. so we can be able to continue to dig deep, so we can continue as to learn and also to share. So share with your tribe, share with your friends, your aunt, your girlfriend, everybody who that you think this teaching might be able to help them. Thank you again, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe and to purchase your book. To subscribe to this channel, Umoja Global Network. Bye bye. Thank you, everybody.
Mm,
Bye bye.
bye.